It's reflecting the power of the sun to create energy here on Earth. Sure, we've heard of solar power before, but we've never seen it quite like this.
This is our inflated solar concentrator. It's made of thin film plastic, and we use it to concentrate the light and produce electricity.
Rob Lampkin is the CEO of Cool Earth Solar, a company that's designing and building new solar balloons to power the planet.
We're not doing it with just flat panels. We're using these balloons to concentrate the light and harness much more of the sun's energy that we get.
Inside, the sun's rays are concentrated on a solar photovoltaic cell in the middle. That cell then converts the sunlight into electricity.
We use two-axis tracking so that we can continually keep these concentrators pointed right at the sun so that we can focus the light and make the electricity. You can see what the focal point is now on the front surface of the film. Its front surface is just clear, thin film plastic, and the back surface started out as plastic, clear, like this, and then a very thin layer of aluminum is vacuum deposited on the film, just a few microns thick, and that creates a nice mirrored surface so that when we inflate it, we get a very nice solar concentrator that's very cheap, very lightweight, and quick to deploy.
So how much do these weigh? I mean, it's a balloon.
It's a balloon and it's a solar concentrator. The amount of plastic in this 8-foot inflated solar concentrator is between 1.5 pounds and 2 pounds of plastic. It will hold about 10 pounds of air.
And it doesn't cost a lot to get 1.5 pounds of plastic, does it?
Just a couple bucks. And so this is really the magic of the Cool Earth technology and why we're able to produce solar energy so much cheaper than the other technologies that are out there today.
Donna is a student from MIT. She's an intern here and helping them test the plastic.
This is the reflective film that goes on the back, and on the front we put this clear film.
And this is to protect the reflective film, I guess?
This filters out some of the UV from the sun, so it doesn't damage the solar cell as much. And then the sunlight comes through here, and then it also protects the solar cell on the inside.
So what are you testing the plastics for?
We're testing them to see how long we can get them to last in environmental conditions, because these things are going to be outside for a whole year, so they're going to be rained on, it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, and so we have to make sure that these can hold up to whatever happens outside. Yeah, that they're durable.
This is all recyclable, so we can take a balloon, recycle the plastic, and make another solar balloon.
Each one of these 8-foot concentrators can produce about 1 kilowatt during peak hours. A home uses about 2 to 3 kilowatts, but Lampkin says their plans are much more global.
We need to be covering thousands and thousands of acres. And so that's how we see these concentrators deployed. Hundreds and thousands of acres at a time across the world, each generating a kilowatt. You add it all up and eventually you start producing gigawatts and terawatts worth of energy, which is what we need to address our growing and very large energy problem that we have.
With the global demand for energy expected to grow nearly 50% by 2030, their goal is to make solar cheaper and reduce our dependence on fossil fuels.
We have to drive the cost of solar lower. It's not a technology problem at this point. It is hard engineering work, driving the cost down so that nobody will want to build a coal plant in the future because this will be available and it will be cheaper.
It's a problem Donna plans to continue to work on herself.
It just seems to me that this is a really big global problem, and it's probably the best place that I can devote my effort to make a difference in the world.